Hi guys, let me introduce Joseph from Electronic and he will tell us about his product.
So Electronic is a RPA tool that is in the for designed for the middle market. Right now, there is a saturation of tools out there that are really designed for like the large scale enterprises. And what we found is those tools tend to be a little bit more complex, not as intuitive, and very expensive. So the impetus behind developing this tool was to one, make it cheaper, make it easy to use, easy to implement, and overall just have the ability to streamline processes that are important to that middle market customer.
Sounds great. You mentioned your customer. Who are your customer? It's small and medium business or big corporations? Can you please tell our audience about this area?
Sure. So right now we're hyper focused on the small, medium sized to middle market companies who, I mean, it doesn't necessarily exclude large companies. If you have, say, a small line of business or a small organizational function, say your finance department only has, say, 10 to 50 people, and there are a handful of processes that are repetitive, redundant, manual, and time consuming, then our tool is going to be just for you. It really all depends, but ultimately, yeah, like we do look for like smaller organizations or smaller functions. Yeah.
Let's say I have team of 10 accountants and we have some legacy spreadsheets, legacy data, legacy databases, which are relational databases or not, non-SQL one, I mean, yeah. How can your product be helpful for me?
Yeah, it's a good question. So it's really ripe for accounting and finance, especially because they tend to have a lot of reporting responsibilities, a lot of need to streamline processes around data collection, data parsing, extracting from data from databases, from unstructured data and structured data. So yeah, how it would work, I mean, our application, fortunately, is just installed on your PC. It works just like you would open up an app in your PC. It could be like a Microsoft Excel, same thing. It could work with legacy systems. It could work with CRMs. You say Google Spreadsheets, that's based on the cloud, web, offline, online. In the event that it's a legacy system, we have the ability, our functionality actually can track a click. So anything that's clickable in what I like to say is automatable. And we could track it to the click or the pixel. And that's what's the beauty of the software.
Sounds great. So, what is the end result I can get as a business owner? I found your information about you in internet. I call you and ask that I need your help. What is the end result? What UI or what solution I can get from your company?
Yeah, good question again. So, really, if you're a business owner, what do you care about? You care about your bottom line, your profitability, and your growth, and how much effort it takes to get there. Those are the three main drivers, and how we hit on each driver is number one, profitability. So, if you have, say, five people, five analysts, and 20% of their job is collecting data, putting that data in spreadsheets, and shipping it out to you, to their boss, we can take that 20% of their job and cut it out entirely. Those low value tasks we can kill. So we like to say we kill your routines so we can free up time that they can focus on something that's more higher value. So they can increase the growth of the company because a lot of analysts don't like that kind of work. It's not desirable and they're not happy to come to work to do that monotony. And frankly, I've been there. I don't blame them whatsoever. So really, it's not just about efficiency. It's also about making your employees more happy and satisfied about coming to work.
Sounds great. And how much it will cost for me as a business owner and person who have like 10 accountants and some legacy code, as I mentioned?
Yeah, so how it works, the pricing model right now is we have for an end user, one license and one computer would cost you about $225 a month, or 3,000 a year. And we would have one of our partners in our partner ecosystem come to you to then help customize the actual bot itself. And they pay their own separate development costs to license it through us. But from an end user perspective, it's about $225 a month. Now you can automate just as many processes as there is time in a day. So if you have more than one process that's due for, say, 5 o'clock on a Friday, then you would need to install 2 bots. So you'd have 2 computers, have 2 different bots. But usually, like if it's a really small operation, you can have as little as 1 bot. And that's a great way to start.
That's interesting. Let's say my office located in Singapore and I would like to get your service. Any chance for me to have this guy who will be on site, kind of remotely or something like that?
So yes, we do have the ability to have our developer network, our partnership network come. They don't necessarily have to come on site. They can help walk you through the installation and then program it virtually from their own computers, to answer your question.
Thanks, I understood. So, what's your take about this conference and what got you here?
Yeah, so our biggest goal coming to SVOD was one, we have not explored the West Coast US of the United States yet. We're actually only 5 months old. We're actually only 5 months old in the United States. Our founders are from Eastern Europe, and they already have a more established, more mature market out there. So really, it's one, for exposure, 2, to build a network of investors and really meet like-minded individuals, and 3 would to be build more partners, which we've already started to see in just our interactions here. Very appreciative.
Thanks. Sounds great. Thank you for being with us. Thank you. Wish you good luck.